Izumi is a walking disaster with the worst luck imaginable, constantly finding himself in accidents wherever he goes. But his miserable life takes a shocking turn when he somehow ends up dating the most popular girl in school, someone who's more than willing to risk everything just to keep him safe. The story kicks off on Izumi's first day as a second-year student. He gets ready at record speed, eager to walk to school alongside his new girlfriend. After his mom repeatedly warns him to be extra careful, he steps outside and within seconds disaster strikes. He trips face first onto the ground as a speeding truck roars past, nearly choking him with thick exhaust fumes. Even with his legendary bad luck working overtime, Izumi manages to reach the station just in time to meet Shikamori, the girl he adores. Despite knowing that his life looks like an endless loop of deadly accidents, she still chose to be with him. As they walk to school together, fate tries to strike again. Another truck charges toward them, but Shikamori reacts instantly, pulling Izumi out of harm's way. Feeling guilty, Izumi apologizes for dragging her into danger yet again. But instead of getting upset, she grabs his face and tells him he never needs to apologize to her, sending his heart racing. Once they arrive at school, students crowd around the notice board to check their new class assignments. Izumi silently prays that they'll end up together again. Shikamori blushes at his reaction and assures him that even if they were separated, she'd still come see him every day. Moments later, they find out their wish came true, their classmates once again. But luck doesn't stay quiet for long. During class, a board cleaner slips from the teacher's hand and goes flying straight toward Izumi. Just in time, his pink-haired guardian steps in and blocks it for him. She saves him once again, though she ends up covered in chalk dust. Izumi gently cleans her hair, leaving her flustered and red-faced. After she rushes off to clean up, three lonely classmates surround Izumi, mocking him and questioning how someone with such terrible luck could ever date the most beautiful girl in school. Their laughter stops instantly when Shikamori returns and overhears everything. Calmly, she asks Izumi to walk with her to the library while the guys stand frozen, hoping she didn't catch their insults. As soon as Izumi leaves, she turns back and shoots them a chilling glare that sends fear straight down their spines. Outside, Shikamori tells Izumi not to worry about people like that, but his only concern is protecting her from the chaos that follows him everywhere. Later, Izumi plans to hang out with his best friend in Yuzuka after school, but on their way out, they run into Shikamori once again along with her friends Nico and Hachimitsu. So the group decides to turn it into a hangout and heads to a nearby bowling alley. Once they arrive, they make a deal. Whoever scores the lowest has to treat the winner to anything they want. Curious, Izumi asks Shikamori if she's ever bowled before. She shyly claims she's a complete beginner, acting cute and innocent just for him. A few turns later, it's finally Izumi's chance to play, and unsurprisingly, he ends up with the worst score. Seeing this, Shikamori deliberately plays poorly too, not wanting him to feel completely hopeless. But when Izumi starts cheering her on with genuine excitement, she realizes she doesn't need to hold back just to impress him. That's when she goes all out. Strike after strike, she dominates the game so hard that everyone in the bowling alley can't stop staring. Afterward, she proudly high-fives Izumi for believing in her, and he nearly faints from how incredible she looks. Since Izumi came in last place and Shikamori ranked first, he nervously asks what she wants as her reward. Thankfully, she saves him from going broke by saying she doesn't want anything expensive, she just wants to walk home together with him. As they're walking, a sudden gust of wind sends a newspaper flying straight toward Izumi's head. Without even turning around, Shikamori instantly blocks it, saving him once again. Izumi starts wondering if he's actually dating a ninja from the Hidden Leaf Village. Feeling guilty, he apologizes for constantly putting her in danger because of his awful luck. But she immediately tells him to never apologize, explaining that she actually likes protecting him and keeping him alive. Moments later, she asks if he's still bothered by what those three guys said earlier at school. Izumi admits that they weren't entirely wrong. After all, no one would expect a walking disaster like him to be dating every guy's dream girl. As Shikamori tells him to stop thinking that way, fate strikes again. A loose sign snaps and falls straight toward Izumi. In the blink of an eye, Shikamori kicks it away, then grabs Izumi's face and tells him that other people's opinions don't matter. What matters is that she'll always be there to protect him. As Izumi feels his heart about to explode, Shikamori suddenly gets flustered, realizing she's never been this open about her feelings before. A few days later, the school announces a sports tournament. Izumi and his best friend in Yuzuka end up getting selected for the soccer team. Girls end up joining the volleyball team, but Izumi immediately starts worrying that his cursed luck might ruin everything for them. Yuzuka bluntly tells him that instead of worrying about others, he should focus on simply surviving the tournament. Right on cue, Shikamori rushes over and asks what time their matches are scheduled to start, but Izumi admits he hasn't even checked yet. That's when he notices something different about her appearance. She styled her hair in a new way and he quickly compliments her, making her smile. Inuzuka, however, points out that the hairstyle might get in the way during a serious match. Moments later, Shikamori manages to get the full schedule and starts reading through it. As she talks, Izumi begins doubting himself. He wonders if he can actually be useful to his soccer team at all. But reality hits fast, there's no way his terrible luck won't cause problems. Accepting this, he decides the best thing he can do is cheer for Shikamori and support her from the sidelines since it's the only way he can feel helpful. Unfortunately, his plan falls apart when he realizes their matches are happening at the exact same time. They won't be able to cheer for each other. Shikamori then reveals that her team is facing an extremely strong opponent, meaning she needs emotional support now more than ever. Without hesitation, Izumi takes her hand and promises to send her all his encouragement and positive energy. Later on, the soccer match finally begins. Izumi steps into position to receive the opening pass, but the moment he takes his first step, his shoe rips apart. He crashes face first into the dirt, earning laughter from Nico, while Shikamori watches anxiously, worried that his luck will only get worse as the match continues. Remembering how Izumi promised to support her, Shikamori decides to return the favor and silently sends her good luck his way. Her good vibes actually work, keeping Izumi standing for a few solid minutes. But soon enough, he trips over himself once again and comes to terms with the idea that he's only dragging the team down. Just as he forces himself back to his feet, he hears Shikamori and Nico shouting from the sidelines. Thinking they prepared a special cheer just for him, Izumi turns toward the field, only to get blasted in the face by the soccer ball and knocked out cold. A few minutes later, Shikamori shows up at the infirmary to check on Izumi. When he reminds her that she still has a volleyball match to play, she calmly says it's fine since the game hasn't started yet. She gently runs her fingers through his hair, telling him it actually looks pretty good, until she notices a large scar just above his hairline. When Izumi casually mentions it's probably from the time a truck nearly wiped out his entire family, her expression instantly shifts to worry. Seeing her concern makes Izumi feel embarrassed since he believes he should be the one protecting her. He promises that he'll do better, but instead of arguing, Shikamori steps even closer, silently showing how much she truly cares about him. Izumi once again urges her to go play, but she jokingly says no one would notice if she climbed into the bed with him instead. His face immediately turns bright red as his brain short-circuits. Shikamori quickly laughs it off, saying she was just teasing, then rushes out of the infirmary to hide how flustered she actually is. By then, Hashimitsu's team manages to score a point in their match, and Shikamori struggles to catch her breath as she rushes back. Nico notices and asks if she's ready to give up already, but Shikamori refuses, declaring that she's only just getting started. Moments later, Nico spots three background characters running toward the other side of the court to greet Kamiya, a stunning girl who also happens to be the ace of the school's volleyball team. After the girls leave, Nico coldly tells Kamiya to enjoy the cheers while she can because she's about to experience her first defeat. Kamiya simply responds with a confident smile, unfazed, saying this won't be her first time crushing a bunch of pretenders. That's when Shikamori finally arrives. Kamiya walks off to prepare for the match while Nico explains just how dangerous their opponent really is. If you loved this anime story and want to know what happens next, drop a comment below and I'll make part 2 just for you. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.